Well, since I didn't do an intro when I first got here, I'll do an intro. Technically wouldn't you'd be doing the outro, but worked for a little while this morning, got off, and you know, let's go out to my buddy Brad's place and fish out of his pond for a little while. I had this little light rod reel set up in the truck. Come on out here to see what I could catch, and it started raining on me. Got some rain on the lens there, I can see. So I didn't get to stay very long today, but I did catch a few fish. Stay tuned, let's see what happens. There's a little something. It's always nice when about your third cast you catch something. You don't get that first cast curse and don't catch anything else for the rest of the day. So third cast will do. Got us a little bluegill. He really must be hungry. He has tried to swallow this little jig hole, which is why I bring some little needle nose pliers with me so I can get that out. So there you go, first fish of the day. Thank you, sir. Hey, why don't you calm down a bit and I'll put you back. There's something else. Probably another bluegill. Oh, this one's putting up a little bit of fight here. What do we got? What do we got? Healthy little bluegill. Pretty little fella. Appreciate you, sir. Hope you have a nice day. Get you back. And I bet he's glad to be back. Kind of bird that is. He's a pretty little fella. What is that right there? It's beautiful. Comment below if you know what that was. I don't know that I've ever seen a bird like that. Something on the line there. Maybe got hung up in the bottom, rock or stick or something. But I got him loose. Looks like another pretty healthy bluegill. Boy, Brad got the bluegill stacked up out here, don't he? How you doing, little fella? If you don't mind, I'll keep my lure. I'm gonna put you back where you came from. Have a nice day, little buddy. That's all I'm doing. I don't know if you can tell on the video, but there's light vegetation. Probably, I don't know, probably averages 6 or 8 foot off the bank out into the water. And I'd say it's probably 2 feet deep at that length out from the bank. So I'm trying to cast 4, 5, 6 foot out from that, where it's probably 4 foot deep or so. And I'm letting the lure hit the water and sink for 3 or 4 seconds just to get it a foot or two down in the water column. And then I'm just doing a real slow and steady retrieve. If I feel it hit the bottom, I pick the speed up on my reeling just a little bit. I don't want to get hung up because these little ponds, there's always rocks and sticks and stumps. Almost surefire guaranteed way to lose one lure right after another. If you keep that thing fairly low in the water column and keep it going, I don't know if you can see it there, but that little little curly tail jig, they got a lot of action on them. You don't really, I don't typically do much with the retrieve as far as trying to put any extra action into it. I just slow and steady retrieve, something about like that right there. Let it work its way back naturally through the water. And the sunfish like it. You get little nibbles on it almost every single cast. They come up and short strike that tail a whole lot, especially the little bitty ones. I'm going to tell you, those little sunfish that are about 2, 3, 4 inches long, they're small but mighty, that's for sure. I've literally got a fish right here about 6 foot out in front of me. Right there. He was chasing this back up to the bank. And I don't know if he didn't spot me about the same time I spotted him, but he was a little bigger fish. May have been a crappie. Brad's got quite a few crappie out here too, from what I understand. I personally haven't caught any crappie out of this little pond, but really come out here with the goal of catching anything particular today. There's us a crappie. Not a real big one, but come here, little buddy. I didn't really set the hook on him good, but I got him in close enough to the bank I can grab him anyhow. He wouldn't be keeping size, but pretty little fish, got some pretty marks on him. You give him a little bit longer, he'll end up in somebody's frying pan. Well, let's try to cast back over in that same general vicinity. See if there's any more crappie over there that are interested in a blackened chartreuse grub this morning. Now, I was saying before I caught that one, I don't really have a plan on targeting anything specific today. I always enjoy coming out with a light rod and light line, throw around some little lures and just see what kind of multi-species stuff you come up with. Well, I say that, I was out here a few weeks ago with this same exact setup and latched onto something. It felt like it was about 50 pounds when it flopped on top of the water and broke the line, but that one was dropping in the water column and had something hit on it. Don't feel very big, but oh look, we got us another crappie coming in here. Come on up here, fella. Oh, paper lips. Come on up here, paper lips. Let's see what you look like. Pull this jig out here. You don't want that stuck in your mouth, do you? I wouldn't think so. May have to get the pliers out for that one. What I did with them. One of these pockets, here they are. Alright, buddy. Let's get you unhooked here. Alright, another little one. Got some pretty color on him too, though. All right, buddy, let's let you go. So if y'all have watched the video I posted from fishing down at the bluegill here recently, you'll see I spoke about this simple little setup. This grub right here, see, this one's about tore up. It's gotten ripped open on the end, so I'm going to replace him. But you can see that is literally just a little 1/32 ounce. I believe these are eagle claw junk, nothing fancy whatsoever. I've actually had a whole bunch of these for years, and this is one of the ones that, like, if I go creek fishing right here at the pond, get hung up, have to break the line off, I don't get concerned about it at all. And then I think these may actually be some Bass Pro grubs. They're little bitty short things. I don't know if I've even got any more of these with me. I will go back with something either blue, dark blue, chartreuse tail, or black and chartreuse. Let's take a look in the tackle box and see what we got. Well, I didn't have any more exactly like the one I had, but this is pretty close. It's kind of a medium blue on one side, dark blue, chartreuse tail. It's got some flake in it. And I bit off the first two little ridges. Basically, think about that much right there. I've bit off the end to shorten it up, so you'll get a lot of action out of that big fat tail. Fish will come in and want to chase that down, and we'll see what they think about that one. Well, it wasn't the fish I was aiming for, but I got a fish on. Looks like another crappie. I believe it is. Come on up here, sir. Now you might very well be keeping size. Although it's your lucky day, because I don't have anything to put you in. He'd be pushing it to be keeping size, but nonetheless, there he is. Alright, little buddy, we'll let you go. All right, well, I'm sitting in the truck right now. Little rain showers moving in, but I looked at radar after I got back over to the truck, and it doesn't look like it's going to rain but just a few minutes, so I might hang out. We've got a pretty big blob coming here in a little bit, but I might be able to fish for a few more minutes before it gets too heavy. So I've come around earlier in the video. I kind of pointed out the corner over here where the water feeds into this little lake. It's about, I think Brad said it's like 3.5 acres or maybe 4 acres, something like that. Beautiful place he's got out here. It's hay pasture for the most part, and then it feeds back into some woods, and they've got big plans for this place. They're wanting to do some bridal stuff and have a place where you can get married out here over the water and stuff. It is a really pretty place. But, you know, neat little place to come fishing. There's all kinds of stuff. Like I said earlier, you literally have no clue what you might latch on to whatever you're throwing. Typically, Brad throws live minnows. I think he likes catching the catfish on sausage bites and stuff like that. But me being typically a big water guy, you know, we throw the artificial stuff. So, like I said, keep that little crappie rod set up in the truck with me most of the time, and I got a little box of plastics, just various things, some Bobby Garlands, and I've got different color curly tails, and I've got some of those crappie sliders. I actually bought some of those a couple of weeks ago. I never used any of those before. That's a good looking little lure. A little better suited for a 1/16 ounce jig head because it's a little bit longer, fatter body. They cast good. They got a little bit of weight to them, so they cast pretty good. But I didn't bring any extra jig heads or with me, anything like that today. I've simply got that little box of lures that I can swap out. It's kind of like, if I hang it up on something and break the line off, I'll just get in the truck and go home. But I already caught, I don't know, 7 or 8 fish, something like that maybe. And like I said, if the water, if the rain rather, will slack up here in just a second, I might jump back out on this point right here up towards the mouth of the lake and see if I can't catch 2 or 3 more before we call it a day. But I wanted to introduce everybody to Roxy. This is my big pal here. She was, we took her in when she was just a puppy. It was kind of a rescue, if you will, and she's just mixed breeds. She's got a little bit of Dalmatian in her. She's got some husky in her based off of her teeth, and I believe she may have a little bit of pit in her. She's got a little bit of a boxy face, but sweet as could be. She's about 6 years old right now, and I bring her fishing with me a lot. I actually have a leash that I put on the back bumper sometimes, and I can let her run around, give her 30-40 foot radius of stuff if she wants to explore where we go. But she hangs with me quite a bit when I get out and run the roads. She likes riding in the truck, don't you? You like riding in the truck with Dad? You're not talking? She's kind of shy. So anyhow, we'll see if the rain let up. We'll get back at it here in just a few minutes. All right, this is seriously, this time it's going to be the final few casts because thunder's getting pretty close and rain seems to be a little more consistent. But, you know, don't we all say that? Okay, just one more cast. All right, just one more. Pretty sure this one's going to be the big one. This one right here, this has to be it. I know there's fish out there that just are waiting to eat my lure.